Alrighty, well, welcome in. Um, Today we are testing out some new builds. I'll actually start with my main character, one of the ones I started streaming with originally. That we haven't really seen much, at least in stream, for a while now. So here we are. We're doing right now. I'm doing the endeavors. I was playing with them a little bit, off stream just before I decided I wanted to stream, and here we are. So again, we're just testing out some builds. As you may remember, I got the legendary ship bundle, and it's a all account, or it's an account wide unlock. Um,
The Gateway Network
huh.
gives the Heralds the plan is simple.
uh, what do we do in this one? I have honestly forgotten.
The Gateway Network gives the Heralds tactical superiority.
So
They can
gateway.
move their forces. The plan is simple.
So they research
Our
into the
researchers will
sphere,
open gateways to the sphere.
the ships, and then enter the sphere. Okay. So it's an out of the sphere battle first, then we get into the sphere. Oh, almost forgot. I actually have I'm a little bit of a carrier now,
Herald forces inbound.
which I'm not used to. So that's kind of nice with this ship, is that it is a carrier. Have everybody attack. There we go. But the build, honestly, for this version of the ship is pretty much the same. I don't think anything different besides some. I expanded the abilities a little bit. But for the most part, the build is pretty much the same for this one. But again, you haven't seen it in a while, and I'm working on these, so I figured why not. Did nobody go out to the other side? Or, well, there are multiples, I guess. What's cool about this version of the ship too, this legendary version of it, is the fact that I get to be a carrier now. So definitely gonna take some getting used to. I need to find Darth Andre mentioned where they were the other day. I want to say they were Lobi buys, but there's a carrier version of the Scorpion, which is what I have right here, the Scorpion fighters, which she said were the best ones in the game. I'm willing to believe it because she knows more about the game than I do, and I don't mind admitting that. It does seem a little bit weird to me, but hey. Oh, nice.
The Heralds are destroyed. Get to a gateway and enter the sphere.
Oh, I'm right here. Do we just... There it is. We done. Da 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 dum. It's nice to be able to do these missions actually, because these are different than what I normally do. Normally I'm just doing bored, disconnected, and that one gets boring after a long while. Oh.
Stop the Herald forces. Gateway opening at 8 o'clock. Gateway opening at 3 o'clock.
Sure.
Gateway opening at 6 o'clock.
Oh. Do. I hope you enjoy the new mug. It's actually from work, which is kind of cool. They gave us those nice little ones. I just hadn't had a chance to get it washed for its first use until today, actually. And it's just got some water in it. Pretty basic. As much as I would like to use it for coffee or something, it's too big for the damn Keurig.
Gateway opening at 8 o'clock. Gateway opening at 2 o'clock.
All my ships are gone. Our shuttles are gone. Also, I'm not sure if you remember this or not, but on my Kelvin Enterprise, I had this little system here where as you fight, you get inspiration, and you can do these little abilities here. There's only one good one for me, and it's the same ones here, so I get to use it all over again. So I get the carrier and that out of this.
At 3 o'clock.
Um, let's say objective. Ideally, there we go. Ideally, this is supposed to be a stronger version of the ship, but I don't really think it is. And I forgot, did I T6? Yeah, I T6X'd it. So, because that's another annoying thing. I had to buy a couple more ship upgrades because the ship I was using no longer got an upgrade. But it's okay. I'm not too salty about it because I was talking about getting the upgrades for the Kelvin and Connie and the Kelvin Vengeance. I ended up not, and that actually is part of why I don't feel as bad about it. If I had done that as well, then I'd be a bit more salty. Come on.
Gateway opening at 2 o'clock.
Don't short me out. Don't short me out. Excellent, excellent. Ow. I already lost 2 of my ships in one go. Or shuttles, rather. The one thing I'm actually disappointed in, I don't have the Aquarius like I thought I was supposed to. There's a chance I might just have to go find it, and oh god, there went all my ships.
Gateway opening at 3 o'clock.
Oh, we lost the bonus one I didn't realize we had until I saw it in red. Whoopsie. Owie, owie. Stop it. No. Don't get to hurt me. There we go, there's the inspiration one, which gets me, what does it get me again? Plus 33% bonus damage, and minus 100% weapon cost, which is great. So I don't have to worry, as though my weapons are a lot more powerful. Which is why it's the best one for me, so I can just kill things a bit faster.
We need to stop the Herald attack on Allied space. Get through that gateway.
So what exactly did we do in here besides destroy a few things? I honestly want to know. I don't get it. Ooh, Avenger. I respect you. We warped into the sphere. This is in Star Wars, we can't hold on maneuver it. Where'd all my shuttles go? They should have gone with me. That's gonna hurt a lot, actually. That's okay. Shit, it's engineering. Okay, that happens once in a while where the ship. I think it's the game bugging slightly, and it just kind of resets itself by respawning the ship. Don't ask me. It's been a thing for quite a long time. Let's do this. Ooh, pardon me. Owie. That was almost terrible. My turning radius is still not where I'd like it to be. I'm slowly trying to work on it, which is actually part of why I'm doing the endeavors. So I can get some more endeavor points, because if you get enough endeavor points, then you can get these perks that you can spend on all these things here, kind of at random. There? Can I uncheck ground? If I can do that, that's actually really amazing. Boy. That's gonna hurt. Not as I expected it to. We have 2 minutes of this. There they are. Alright, kill things faster! Oh. Actually, that was the wrong one. Actually wanted this one, but too late, it's done. Down that goes. And now this is becoming the battle zones all over again. This is what happens at the end of every battle zone is you just wait for them to spawn in, kill them, and wait for the next wave to come in before a set time frame. This is disappointing. I haven't played this in forever actually either. Or this mission in forever. It's why I like it when the main endeavors are missions that no one plays as much, because then it makes people play them again. And when it's a main endeavor, that means it's a universal endeavor. It's just that everybody has the same endeavor, so everybody is working on playing it, so they can get that endeavor point. Especially when it's a mission like that, it's usually really easy. Even if you get a shit team and you don't succeed in the endeavor, it just requires you to play it most of the time. I don't think I've ever seen one that say successfully complete. You just play. Not that you do want to be successful in it, of course. You should strive to be successful, but if you're not, they don't completely penalize you for it.
Check it out.
Can we not? Would enter the gateway again? We were done with this. How many stages are there? It's a good thing I actually had to wait on this because I was I lost my shuttles and that would have delayed me. Oh shit, they're attacking us as we get in here.
Sensor readings show that the ship is controlling the gateway. Destroy it. The ship is drawing power from the gateways. You'll need to shut the gates down, or we won't be able to destroy it.
Throwing all my offensive powers at it right now. Not a whole lot I really have. Let's get over here for a moment. There we go. This was the last piece of it. Cool. Which was also disappointing because of how easy it was. Screw it. Let's grab these. I'll use them for something. Alright. And leave map. Alright. That's 2 of 3 done. The third one is the third and fourth thing are ground missions, and I don't like ground missions. Especially not for these, because I am garbage at them. Even though I just said all I do is play, I would still rather actually do better. Now let's go closer to DS9. I didn't realize it's far away from the map still. Whee! I was just flying a bit aimlessly a little bit earlier, just having the shuttles follow me. There we go. What was this? I also had some Admiralty stuff going, so nice to be able to get those running as well. It's all good. On this character, I'm working on bringing up my projectile skill, right there. Remember my projectile skills, bring that up to 15, see what consoles I might have for that. Probably nothing good, to be honest, but it's considering I found this one here that's actually really amazing as an engineering console. That's what I'll find when I get further up in the consoles. It's require level 15. These both require level 15 to get them. Nothing. Oh, that's what it is. There's an... Huh. I don't use escorts enough, but it's what I think it is. Oh, it's only a 90-degree targeting arc? And why does it have arc on? It's a wide... Weren't they already 90? Standby. Dual heavy. Heavy cannons. Oh! They're only a 45 degree. Okay, so that is a doubling of the arc. I didn't realize they were that narrow. Again, I don't use these, but that's still really good to know. Okay, I'm curious what comes out of projectiles. I don't know. Honestly, I'm not sure what comes out of it, but there's some precedent here that it'll probably be something pretty decent. I also want to get these shields and the science up because there's probably something I can craft there then that I'm not aware of at the moment. And then for beams, it's the beam array, which I should have. I have two of these ones because I'm going with this one. It's an anti-proton build, so I've got both the omnidirectional one that I made and crafted using that, and then also the ancient omnidirectional, which you get as a mission reward. I don't know if there's a phaser one. There probably is somewhere that you can get as a reward. Although with all the shit I have on my other character, just because I have a few purchased things, there's that. So, but we'll still see. And the other ones I still need to go through and actually make everything. What's the word? Epic. Making to increase the rarity on them all to epic. I haven't done that part yet. Let's see. Okay, cool. So I did make at least tier 1. Remember, this is a new ship too, so I'm having to go through all these tiers again. Supercharged weapons, which don't I already have that? This is. Oh no, that's unconventional tactics. I could have sworn I had supercharged weapons already. We do. Checkmate, which is exotic and projectile damage, which is enhanced by control officer. Damn, well, that doesn't do me any good. Adaptive opening, plus max HP to self when using hull heal or command bridge officer abilities. Nope, I have a hull heal one that that's on it's auto casting, so that helps me there. That'll be nice. I haven't even looked at the abilities much, to be completely honest, on this one. No, I should start heading down to a car. I need to do that. Let's head to Drazana, because it's probably in that general area. And I can't head to Drazana. Ugh. I think I know why. I still have the item in. I might have it. I might have it in my bank. Actually, Ops wasn't the right place. There's a lift. So according to things I've heard, the character models in STO are way too big for, or like 2-3 times the size they should be, and that's part of why like these hallways look really cramped, even though on the show they're actually really massive. I can neither confirm nor deny. I assume it was just probably more of a thing of a space saving thing. Because if they did use the proper scale, this place would actually be pretty massive to go around. DS9 was a massive, was it? Well, not massive, but it was a pretty, it was a decently sized station. Let's get a chance to do a couple quick things here. There are... I thought they were in here. There they are. And then we throw these, actually not there. There, so I have, it's two different. Whatever. How many low-buy crystals do they actually give me in total? Second here, we'll go through inventory management. This won't take too long because I don't have much to get rid of. These in the bank. Okay, this lets me check what I wanted to check real quick, which is I have a total of 231 because I can't do math in my head, especially not this late. Oh, that's interesting. Doesn't do me any good. That's just the alter found out a probability of universe in a small vicinity. Okay then. And I still need like 900 to get any of. That's 300 to get some of those stuff. That's actually kind of unfortunate and annoying. What's this? Oh, so this is supposed to be the torpedo from Enterprise. Alright, let me throw these back in the bank. Yep. Covert phaser weapons that could actually be somewhat useful at some point. Oh, these are space weapons. This. What does this one do? I don't know what these two traits do actually, so I don't know if I want them or not. Should probably get rid of most of this crap because I don't need most of this crap. But here are my other two experimental ship upgrade tokens, which are going to be used on the other two ships as long as they fit so far, which they seem to be doing. That's part of what tonight's for, is to test the builds that I was making the other night, and see how they hold up. So far, as you can see, this one's holding pretty well against the Iconians there. This one's a lot harder to actually figure out though, because this character's so far ahead. So it's a bit harder to see what changed, if anything, really, because I also use pretty much the same loadout. I got lucky enough to be able to use pretty much the same loadout. What's going to be more interesting here in a little bit is going to be my other two characters that are still going through the story. Which I don't know if I'm going to do story. I'll probably do story missions for them. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. I don't know when we're going to get there, but it will be a little while. Because I also am going to start heading to Nukara, which is why I grabbed these little items over here. They should allow me to actually get to Nukara a lot faster. And we're going to go ahead and kill some Tholians. They hate us, and so we have to hate them back. You know, typical Star Trek stuff. Oh, I have plenty of places to go now. Stand by. Let me just get what sector Nukara is in. The Boreth sector. This one. I always forget this one. This is their weirdest one. Sorry, I was confused for a second. I was scared that I was using... Oh shit, that is a track I can't use coming up. Why is that list on here? Whoopsie. Fix that in my list then. Sorry, I just had to do a little adjustment there. So I don't get hit with, you know, DMCA crap. Which is a quick side note. I know people mostly hate DMCA, and I understand why. I'm actually not one of that hates the concept of the DMCA. I just hate the way it's implemented. It should have a lot more leniency to it. But it's the system that we have, and it's not. It needs improvement, but it's not super terrible. Not the end of the world like everyone seems to think it is. Again, needs help? Absolutely. But perhaps a blown out of proportion is a little too much. That's right, this is the quality upgrade. Gives no points, but it makes sure that it basically, it almost guarantees that damn thing is going to upgrade on the next few uses. Next couple uses. I don't have anything to use that on that I really desperately need to upgrade in the short amount of time. I need to actually, the next time we have the Omega event, I need to keep it with a closer eye and actually do it. I haven't done the Omega event in quite a while, and it's how you get stuff like that that's actually really high quality. It just takes a lot of work and a lot of grinding and a lot of work. Now, if you give me maybe if you gave me a whole week off of my actual job and paid me to do this, I wouldn't mind as much. But you know, Harry's getting paid significantly. Alrighty, let's see. Oh, we're here at the Boreth sector area map. Oh, right there with its own little symbol. Wait, what's in the big fucking map and I didn't pay attention to it? Yeah. Oh, that's on me. So while we're flying over, let me also queue up for Gateway to Grethor, because these can take a while before they pop. Also, something that you will see off and on is me trying to eat. I made a nice little dinner for myself, but for some reason I didn't have the appetite for it, so I'm not even halfway done with it. That's what I'm going to need to fix as the night goes on, just so I can actually eat something, because I haven't eaten it. I basically haven't eaten all day. Actually, I haven't eaten all day, minus I have cookies. My grandma only cooks once a year, and it's now. She makes these cookies and some fudge, and it's great. Fortunately, she's getting up in years, and she is already disabled. She's been disabled for, God, going on 25 years now. Almost 3. Yeah. Right when I was 3, she I don't exactly know what happened, but essentially she can't use her left arm. She has it. She still has her left arm, but it's basically useless. Well, that's a bit too harsh. She can use it, but she's stuck in a brace, and her fingers are almost permanently like this, she can barely move them. Like, this is something she's been able to do for the last couple of years, and that's actually quite a bit. But she's still, God, I always is in her early 70s. Anyway, I'm thinking of things I don't want to be thinking about right now, so I can actually have a good time. Nukara Prime is a demon. You'll melt without an environmental suit. Heh, you must equip an environmental suit when you leave the safe zones on Nukara Prime. If you don't, you will die. I have to. I have to do this. Excuse me a second. It still thinks I have the suit on, damn it. There. That way it has a chance, it has to reset me for a second. It has to recognize I am not using an environmental suit like I'm supposed to be. Oh, it's not doing that. I equipped it, right? Right? Yeah. Give me a second. Round 2, trying to force it to recognize that I don't have a suit on. That's much better. Oh, it keeps forcing a suit on me. That's actually disappointing. I get it. Thank. Oh! That's not what I wanted to do. Let me just run. Let me just run. I don't want to fight you. Not yet. No. Ow, move. Stop hurting me. This back on. So this is basic one. Oh, this has some stuff to it. There it goes. Okay. What the hell do I need to do? Not doing any of these things. I just need to defeat them. Alrighty. To Alpha, which might be where I was at actually. At least now I'm ready for it. Huh, this weapon feels a lot more powerful than I remember it feeling. Not that I'm complaining, mind you, just weird. These are also a relatively basic enemy, but I repeat, it's still kind of weird. Ah, video games where they can see you and don't actually attack you until you provoke them. It's great. Sometimes. Yeah. It's a new level of things to explore. Alright, cool. What's nice about this is a battle zone, so it keeps track. Or it's an adventure zone, rather, what they call it. Adventure zone. This beta? This is beta. Just assuming these enemies get harder down here. Okay. Ah! Hey, at least it feels a little harder now. We're getting swarmed by enemies instead of having them come up at me one at a time. Not that it's doing much, mind you. Aww. What are you doing transporting out of a battle? You bitch.
The invasion of Codum.
All my fighters now before I forget, because I'm gonna forget. And awesome, I should have done it. Yep, I did it fast enough that I can watch my second one before the mission actually starts. I'm actually really sad that I didn't finish as much of my agenda as I wanted to, because this is actually a really good one. This will complete out my third. This is the third of 3 missions that I need to do, which is great. And then I just have to kill 3 more, Tholians on Nukara, and I've got all of mine here. And after that, we'll probably go ahead and run over to where's everyone else gonna go? I know everyone. All right. Attack everything, my pets. And I already lost 2 of them. Type 8 shuttles die pretty quickly. It's why I do need to find better ones at some point that I can replace them with. I just don't quite know which ones I can replace them with. I like hyper potions. I like some of their stuff. I like a lot of their stuff. There's a couple of them I actually would like to use. But I can't because for a brief period they were on Monster Cat, and all their Monster Cat stuff is still protected by the Monster Cat copyright.
The starbase is secure.
Nice. Owie, that hurt. Downtime here. Come heal. I don't think I really need to, but at least we can get them to try.
The troop transports have entered orbit and will start landing shuttles. Our job is to
Attack
protect
again.
those ships until their troops are en route to the surface.
I'll try to intercept and see if that actually works this time like it's supposed to. Didn't work last.
Transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Also might be because it's not considering the things I was hoping it would. Fighters. But yeah, there's one Hyper Potion track called Adventures that I really like. And then another one, it's them and Stephen Walking is the artist's name. And he's another Monster Cat artist. And same thing. Now, what I do like about Monster Cat, I actually like Monster Cat's approach. You pay a slight $7 per month fee, basically, because you can stream their entire library, almost their entire library. And I appreciate that because I get the point of paying the artist. I completely get it, and that lets them pay the artist and everything else. Especially for a smaller label like Monster Cat, it makes a lot more sense. Or at least relatively smaller label compared to, say, like Taylor Swift being uptight about it would piss me off, or does piss me off. How Protected Prince was as over crap pisses me off whenever I hear about it. But it's a separate issue. Oh, kill the gateway. Kill the gateway.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Can I kill? Or not kill, but close this gateway. Great. Biggest means they close are those radiation gateways because they actually hurt and trap. And with the spawning gateways, we can just take care of the ships that come out of it, for the most part. The radiation gateway. Get R first. Oh, they're
From the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Attack my pretties, because I don't think you are attacking.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Come on. Down you go. Maybe. Come on. Down it goes. Excellent. You need to die first because you're much more deadly. Anytime there's a gateway, it needs to die. Solar gateways are one of the worst. I'm not actually sure what the subspace gateways do as the ability. But the energy gateways are pains in the ass too. Anytime the Iconium make a gateway, just kill it. Kind of the general rule. They should not be trusted with gateways.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Cool. We got 10 landed in general. 18 bonus troops. Perfect. Yeah. Bonus transports. Oh, I didn't really. I lost most of my complement there.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the
Hey, what's the failure for? You haven't failed yet. We're actually doing really well with the mission.
The troop transports from the starbase are
Sorry for
moving
the
toward
face. I saw it pop up and I didn't hear it. And I was worried for a moment. But hello there, Lady K. I still want to know what the failure is for. Oh, that's not a good thing. I already said hi to you, Lady K, but I'll say hi again.
The troop transports from the starbase are moving toward the planet.
Once we get out of this thing we've got. Okay, cool. Actually, that just finished. Yay. Anyway.
A herald.
Want some pets real quick. Should fill out my fleet there, right? No, it only launched 2. I thought it launched 3 at a time. Apparently I was wrong. Alrighty, let's kill the next big thing. Oh, I thought it took me out of
Herald ships are attacking
sub only.
the starbase.
Oh, let's fix that. That might be why no one's talking to me today. Wait just a moment here. So you're not sure how to fix this. Try that. Try that. Alright. Theoretically. Huh. Sorry about that. I don't know what the issue was there. I've got all my little notes that say they got disabled. Oh, you can't sleep again. Is that what the failure was for? Or is the failure because I was in sub only without realizing it?
Our troops have landed.
But it was for the sub only. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't, like I said, I don't know why that was, but again, that's been fixed. Thank you for letting me know. I feel bad for people who didn't realize I was in sub only, or who weren't able to tell me I was in sub only.
Gentlemen, we are dealing with someone here who has
Absolutely no life. Yeah, pretty fair. It's very, very fair. But I'm happy that I may have no life, but at least have the money and a job that I can actually take a day off of tomorrow. Or, well, now. My New Year's Eve Friday is a day off for me, which is nice. Right, I need to turn on my extra alarms. Joke's on me, they're already off. Excellent. Oh, but that one's on. Turn that one off. I don't need that one on. How the hell? How the fuck did I sleep through 2 alarms today? I was late going into work by by a half hour. Luckily, my manager's not worried about it, and I work from home, so literally a case of rolling out of bed. Yes, oh, I didn't finish my thought on that there. I am sorry, Lady K, that you cannot sleep. Hopefully sleep comes to find you. Or something, I don't know. Go to sleep, I hope. I hope you get to go to sleep. There. I know the words I'm trying to say, even if I don't say them. Work until 7 p.m. Is that tomorrow? Or, well, for New Year's Eve? Oh, that's gay. So you're not getting off. You're not getting off for the new year. Also, one of these, I need to put a gay border around here at some point. You know, I think I'm gonna change the square for the gameplay into the little, to a pride thing. Should do that at some point. At some point I will do something, but that some point is not right now. But yeah, that's stupid. I mean, at least you get off a bit early, but that kind of ruins my plans. I'm not gonna lie, my plan was, I thought we would have more time to spend in GTA or something. I hope I can sleep. I'll have to word. And I'm not convinced I will be coherent if I don't get at least an hour. You're running on incoherent now, so yeah, I can see that. I have to go in early on Sunday. I have to go. Why the fuck would you have to go in early on Saturday? Or is there a case of that extra maintenance you can't get done? Or that when they're shut down? Because that makes no sense. My keyboard just hates me. Fair enough. Reminds me, actually, I need something. Something I need to buy when I get paid, and theoretically in the morning. I need to buy a little air duster for my keyboard. Got some crumbs and crap in it. Mostly hair. Mostly his hair. That's why I'm glad I got this one, so that day shift doesn't have to come in for only a few. So wait, I'm confused. Again, so day shift doesn't have to come in early for our. Okay, I might be more tired than I thought I was because I'm still not getting it even put. I don't even know where to put the IDE. My laptop keyboard, I can't be bothered to switch my PC on because I can't use it for gaming, so I don't see the point. Fair enough. I understand. In my case, I always have my laptop on. Actually, right now I have two on because I forgot about the other one that I installed Linux on. Well, that's not gonna change anything. Bruh. Yes, I've got this is my older laptop that I have on. It's a bit hard to tell, but it's actually running Linux, or Ubuntu specifically. You don't get to see the password. Yeah, it's running on Linux. I just installed it, so it's nothing too special or anything, but I do want to try out more Linuxy stuff. If I had more spare money and more of a reason to, I actually just learned that they're still making an Ubuntu phone, which is again a Linux thing, and I would like to try that out. Android is technically a Linux product, but I love how Lady K is the one that translated because I couldn't. Day shift doesn't have to go in for only a few hours, so instead I had to go in an hour earlier. I'm still kind of missing things, but it doesn't matter. I have a ThinkPad. The ThinkPads in and of themselves aren't bad computers, they're just not great for gaming. Depending on which one you get, they're usually more work oriented. We're planning to start up at 1 PM on Saturday and normally come in at 1 PM, so we need to come an hour earlier. That makes more sense now, okay. So you just have to be there for startup. That's why I feel more powerful here. Sorry, I just randomly realized something. I was trying to figure out a moment ago why I felt so powerful on this planet. Or in this area, because I was like, I'm killing things a lot faster than I feel like I should be. And that's why it's downscaling me by 15 levels. In the stupid cave. This leads to a network of caves that the lines are converted to use space for operation. We explore the area back. Let's not do that. This thing is old and terrible. It barely functions for typing. Can it barely keep up with my typing speed? I have to dumb it down for my poor laptop. That's unfortunate, but also kind of funny. Alright, let's kill the... I just have to keep... Oh, I'm not safe up here. That's unfortunate. Yay, I fell down that mountain and didn't take damage because it's almost like Minecraft where you can trick it. Alright, come on, you bastard, the last one to kill. Excellent! Oh, I can't beam out. That's gay. Let's do critical chance here. Alrighty, so with all my endeavors done, go ahead and collect some rewards here. All that's good. Oh, shit. Respawn. Okay, time to get moving. Ignore it, ignore it. Just keep running, just keep running. Last time I was tested, I could type up to 35 words per minute without looking at the keyboard. I was close to like 40, I think. Yeah, we can try something actually in a moment. Give me 1 second. Get out of here. Without looking. Let's try something. As a fair warning, of course, it is late, I am tired. Would agree. I knew someone in my class that could do 60. Ketsu can probably do 60, if not, I think he could do more than that actually. Let's do the 1 minute with medium text and, alright. So to help give some visual context as well. So this is me looking at the camera. This is the keyboard. And my eyes are on the keyboard now. I know it's a bit harder to tell when you have a keyboard. I can do the fast type. So I know there's not a lot of detail, and this isn't the best camera, but or camera size at least. But it gives you an idea. So again, you can see this is me looking at the keyboard. This is me looking down at the keyboard with just my eyes. Hopefully, it gives you enough to tell what I'm not looking at the keyboard. I would put the keyboard below the desk if I could as well, because the desk actually gets a black glass, so you can't really see below it. But I don't have enough. The keyboard is almost too big for this keyboard slot that I have. But here we go. Thinking. Yep. Jesus. Come on. Jesus, I can do better than this, I swear. Jesus Christ. Oh. Let's see what it comes out with. That feels wrong. That feels way too high. But there it is. See, my exam didn't let me backspace. Any mistakes were deducted from my... Fair enough. I wonder if that's something I can make. I wonder if that's something that I can actually try to do. Let's... Ow. doesn't have an option to backspace. It's the... Oh god, dark mode, please. Try another one, because that, again, that just felt wrong. You see, even a noble vampire, he's even shoved as cover these days with all the hunters out there. About to say, I will try not to backspace, but it's, even saying that, I can't. Oh god. Word I can't spell. The fuck? A pied? The fuck is a pied? I also just, I did just look down at the keyboard for that. See, that's why I didn't trust the 56. But I mean, I'm still getting in the upwards of 40. Even that was, oh, that's average typist is 36, and I'm still getting slightly above it. So, again, I'm not amazing, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to pretend I'm amazing or anything, but that 56 is still bothering me. I don't know. I don't like that 56. So. Barking in his dream. That's quick. It's real quick. This. 1 second here while I go ahead and just close out of this window. How is he done? Yeah, you can see him twitching. He's running. He's running. I don't know what he's running at, but he's running. He's cute to watch sometimes, I'm not gonna lie. I make no apologies or anything for it. Alrighty, let's get back into the game. But anyway, I made all this, so this is with my most developed character is probably the best way to put it at this point, because one of my other characters is turning into my main character. Alright, so all that. And change character. I've gotten blankets again. Respond, I passed out. Fair enough. Well, in a good way, I hope I don't talk to you for the rest of the stream because you did fall asleep. Only because you fell asleep, not because I don't want to talk to you. Alright, time to do another build test here. This will be with a new ship. Also for, I don't know if Minecraft's still here, because I know last I knew he was supposed to be working. That's a lie, he's off work, never mind. So I don't know if he's still here or not. If he is, great. For this character, I made a purchase the other day where I got some new legendary ships in Star Trek Online here. And we're going to test this one with some actual missions here. Okay, cool. I thought the endeavors changed from character to character. I stand corrected. I'm capable of creating chaos. I bring it. Okay. It's a lot harder to cause chaos in my chat, though. Not that you probably, not that you can't. It's just harder because creating chaos requires people to be here, and nobody else seems to be here, or at least participating. Not to say anyone who's lurking is unappreciated. You are definitely appreciated. I just can't tell that you're there. Oh, I have some discovery marks to work with. Oh. So I thought I had endeavors to do, but I guess I don't. So we're gonna go ahead and finish up the story arc on this one, on this character, and I don't know if I'm gonna push into the next one because with completing this story arc with this character, finally brings this character up to the other character I started earlier in the year. Oh, don't get me wrong, I would love to have enough people to have chaos in here. I would love to have the kind of chaos that Void's chat has to an extent. But it's actually part of why I stepped back from streaming a bit is because I wasn't getting the viewership. And then in retrospect, even though I didn't think I was being way too serious about it. So being able to step back and I keep forgetting to post on Twitter that I'm going live. Not that it mattered to begin with, but actually let me do that because I still want to actually get that going. Oh, hello there. To an extent, you either go all my chaos or none at all. That's fair. It's totally fair. And then hello there, MJT. If I could. What's funny is I can't type as well on my laptop. Hopefully. Almost done here, just putting in a tweet I should have put out a while back. Out that goes. There we go. Oh, reminds me, something amazing happened on Twitter earlier today. I had a discussion with somebody that did not devolve into screaming assholes. It was great. It was totally great. That's cool. I got a few different tweets that this person liked. That's great. If you're interested, head over to my Twitter page. It was a quick discussion about mobile gaming. The person started the conversation, or the conversation I started, that the tweet that started the conversation was an Xbox account tweet, making a joke about, the hell was it? I already forgot. Stand by. That's the one I wanted to do. There it was. The Xbox tweet was gaming on a console, then taking a break to game on a PC, then taking a break to game on a phone. And we then, the tweet that started the sub-tweet, I guess, that started everything was this one person saying that mobile is making more money than console and PC, and saying that consoles are dying and mobile will be the main platform. And we had a respectful debate about how that is, or discussion rather, on how that's not quite the case. There are definitely two different audiences for console PC games and mobile games. My biggest example that I used was this game. I see your message there, Lady K. I'll read that in a second. But what I was trying to say to the person here, and we seemed to agree more or less. You can't put Super Mario Bros. On the phone. Not that it can't run it, obviously, clearly, this thing is more powerful than the Super Nintendo was. And the Super Nintendo was able to put 4, eventually 5 games in one cartridge. So, again, clearly this isn't an issue. But Mario Run, because of the way it's designed, works a lot better on mobile. It's one of the things where I can go in and I can do a Toad Rally. No, just needs to update. I can do a Toad Rally on here, which takes 2-3 minutes, and just do a couple at a time, and boom. Whereas I wouldn't be interested in playing Super Mario Bros. Again, the original, or even Mario World for that matter, I would not be interested in playing them on a phone. If I'm going to play something like that, I'm going to use my Switch. But anyway. And that was kind of my point there. We had a discussion about battle royales, which I'm like, well, that's kind of a exception to the rule, and probably mostly kids in developed countries. My dad is trying to get me to sleep. He's patting me and purring. Last discussion I had on Twitter, I deleted because it was just going nowhere, and I didn't want my Twitter to see what that toxicity the person brought. And no, I understand. That's why I say it's a miracle. It's a miracle that we had such a pleasant discussion, which I actually want to bring up. Actually, let me do that real quick because it's something actually to recognize, I think. Do it this way. Actually, I like this better. What's what I wanted to do, you bastard? Oh, that's kind of what it required me to do. Again, you bastard. Let me do this. And a quote tweet. Underscore it says. Howdy. There, I also put that into a little tweet there because that's actually something that's really worth shouting out and respecting and everything. Is you have a great online discussion, which I've also had in the chat many times. Obviously the biggest one for us is usually Star Trek stuff. That's part of why I'm turning into more of a Star Trek channel, because that's what I can do. Basically a person thinks that because they had a bad experience with a religion, one religion, that other religion, poison, and anything. So, ridiculous, and they thought they could tell me I don't actually have a religion. That's unfortunate. I have my own comments on religion, but this isn't the forum that I wish to express them in. And in most cases, I mean, we'll put it this way. I am not a believer in religion myself. My grandma is a pretty devout Christian. Not more of a non-denominational one than a Catholic or anything, but still. And I don't tell her she's wrong. I don't tell her she shouldn't believe it. No, if that works for her and that gives her comfort, especially right now, who am I to deny her of that? I wouldn't. I'm trying to think. Going to a Star Trek example, there's actually an episode of Star Trek: The Next Generation where they basically, the crew accidentally creates a religion, just because it's a primitive society, like roughly a Stone Age society, and the Enterprise beams somebody aboard to heal them and then beams them back. But because they don't understand how technology works, they think it's magic and that the ship is a god, basically. What's kind of funny is, in the episode, Picard will basically sacrifice his life to make sure that religion doesn't become a thing there, because to him it's, he has a quick little speech in the middle where he's saying, he has this thing in the middle where he's saying that he won't allow them to regress into the dark ages of superstition, and something, I think the dark ages of something and superstition, and he'll basically sacrifice his life for it, which is funny. Outside the episode context, I like it. It's actually a pretty nice episode overall. The problem about Stargate is I have never actually seen Stargate, so I can't comment. I know. You can ask me a lot of things and I will lose my nerd card pretty quickly. Please don't. Oh, I didn't realize a poem in the background there. His cute puppy. But yeah, so like I said, I can't specify Stargate or not. But in general, I agree with you. Your previous one. You say second tenant all the time, and I just have no idea what you're talking about. But yeah, if you really believe what they want, as long as they harm none with it. Yeah, that's basically, I'd agree with that. Yeah, that's probably the best way to be. But anyway, away from that kind of topic, let us get into some space battles here. We're actually going to be doing the story. The mission's name is called Midnight. This is the end of a story arc, not the game story, but of an arc that was referred to as the Iconian War. It has some pretty cool stuff. We can head to the Church of the Witherblood to get good scrub. Fair enough. That's something at some point I need to do. But at some point is not now. Alrighty. So, let us begin Midnight. And this is actually a pretty cool... I'm going to hold off on this for a second, actually. I like this as a Star Trek thing because it works really well. And... the game has some issues with some of the stuff that's... I'd be lying if I said it didn't. But I like how this story ends because it really feels like Star Trek and like a Star Trek... how a Star Trek thing should end. Even something as devastating, that's the word I'm looking for, as a war.
One way or another, the war ends today. The Iconians are massing for a final push towards the key worlds of the Alliance. We are gathering any remaining forces to mount a defense. And perhaps, if we are fortunate, we will be able to turn back time.
A lot of stuff out of this. So we're getting at it, repair matrix. Be nice. I'm gonna look at a few of these things when I come out of this, because I actually might repeat this mission for some of this stuff, depending on how it is.
The war continues.
So let us finish off the war here. Turning back time is a dangerous thing. It is, and the mission before this actually, one of the missions right before this. Is that the one right before or two before? This mission right here that I just did in the last stream, actually it's exactly that. So what happens, and this comes from an episode of Star Trek Voyager, they bring that into the game. It's a device that can remove something from time. So not just kill it, but make it so it never existed. They end up deleting an asteroid, which they run some simulations. They go, okay, deleting this asteroid will bring about, so there's some things we go here, or so there's something that we create here, but everything looks really good and we shouldn't have this war. So they use it. It's the butterfly effect, exactly. So they remove an asteroid. And because they remove this asteroid, they end up causing there's actually a lot. It requires a lot of explaining if you're not a Trekkie. Suffice it to say, it ruins life for a planet. And so they delete something else from the timeline. And while that restores... Again, there's a lot of explaining. Suffice it to say, they do some things, it ends up fucking some things over. The lead researcher in this project ends up losing his wife because of the butterfly effect of another change that they make. So, and then the temporal shields go away, so our characters don't know what happened. We know what's different, but they don't. They're getting an idea because they protected a shield, or they protected a computer core that they put logs into and everything, so that was at least there. And that's kind of all that's all the characters know, is just what's in these logs. But let's go ahead and get over to this mission here, which is also decently cinematic. It's not the best at cinematics. They have the Deep Space Nine arc that comes about a bit later, I think is probably the best in terms of cinematics. It might even be the Discovery ones, as much as I don't like them. Be like a moving Halley's Comet. It comes around like clockwork, and such a powerful celestial event is important. Yes, but that's not not what happens, or that's not the reason for the change in this planet. In Star Trek 2009 and the reboot movie from that year, there's this whole thing about how the Romulan star goes supernova and explodes the planet Romulus because bad sci-fi logic. But kind of the principle. So what happens is, so the planet gets destroyed, and this game takes place after that event happens. So what happens is, by removing the comet, it prevents the event, at least what the game tells us is the event that causes that. Star Trek Picard has changed the reasoning for it, which is unfortunate, but it gets priority because the game doesn't count as canon. But within this timeline, or in this thing, the planet comes back, but they're all Borg. The Borg in this game are cybernetic beings that turn you into basically a fucking drone. Once you're assimilated by the Borg, your body continues to live with these cybernetic implants, but you lose your individuality. Okay, well, you may know, but I don't know if anybody else who's watching does or doesn't. Got a few viewers. So yeah, it turns into a planet by the Borg. They erase the thing to get the Borg out of there, and the planet goes back to being destroyed. So but again, butterfly effect is the reason why that mission is called Butterfly. But let's go ahead and get to the conclusion here, which is called Midnight, and again, it has some nice visuals. So watch our chicken. I just prefer. I don't hate you. I don't hate you at all. Alrighty, now we get to wait for some of the loading screens here. That's the best part about this game, is the loading screens. It's the problem of creating a new instance for me, so. That always takes a little bit.
You are cleared for docking.
A few safe rallying points. Alright, and what do so we gotta go find out what's going on.
The High Command is still intact, and Kronos remains unconquered. Even so, this war cannot be won if we lose Earth. The Fortescue will fight until she can fight no more, as will I.
This is gonna be just mostly talking about things.
Glad you're here. We've been fighting non-stop, and it feels like we're barely making a dent.
Do some of the openings here so we can get through this busy work.
All these years of pain and strife, and it comes to this? I cannot believe that this is how we will end. Our suffering, our struggles cannot be rendered so meaningless.
Is here, and it's cutscene time.
We have defeated one Iconian, but the cost to do so was too high. The Iconian forces are too numerous for us to sustain such a strategy.
We presumably failed at temporal incursion, changing things in the past while remaining in a bubble of temporally shielded current time. This allows the timeline to unfold as it will, almost randomly.
We cannot sustain this war. The Iconians will destroy or conquer every species in the galaxy if we do not stop them now.
Boom. And then here's one of the cutscenes. Which isn't too bad, actually.
The Iconians have picked our next battlefield, and it is the Sol System. If Earth falls, we have lost this war. We have one move left to us, and it is to move this war to a battlefield of our own design. We will attack the Iconians in the past. We've identified that the Iconians were forced from their homeworld in an attack 200,000 years ago. We will take part in that attack and ensure there are no survivors to fight us in the present. Noy's team is busy reconfiguring the time ship. There are no guarantees, even with time travel on our side. We must hold out long enough for a ship to pass through a temporal portal. That means fighting this fight and every other until this technology is complete.
Captain, this goes against everything we stand for. Everything we've been fighting for.
Respond in a second.
You talk of honor and duty and freedom. All of these will just be words if we fail.
I love how he just finally has a
We can
disruptor
try
in his
to
hand.
live up to these ideals when we survive.
Alright. Would beam up in a second here. But yeah, it is funny how Kim and Tuvok are just like, okay, here at this meeting because our characters exist in the game. Yeah. Has he thought that maybe the universe takes his time travel into account and that he caused to attack by driving them from home? Hold that thought, Lady K. As a quick reminder, if not obvious already, I've played this mission a couple different times. I've played the storyline, so
Good luck.
I guess he dealt with time. It is. I think part of it is because they're already part of the Delta Quadrant thing, and since theoretically we're in the Delta Quadrant because of the Crenum, it makes sense for that. Alrighty.
I've gotten word from Noy. They've completed their modifications, and the Crenum time ship is on its way. We must hold off the heralds long enough for the Crenum ship to arrive and generate a portal.
Alrighty.
Enterprise.
So here we go.
This is the USS Hood. Our attack group is taking heavy losses.
As a note,
RRW Vivetrix responding to your call for assistance, Hood.
so as a quick note here, I just recently rebuilt my stuff, rebuilt the weapons and everything, and the consoles and everything on this ship. So we'll have to see how it performs. Don't judge me if I don't do too well. This is my first time putting it through its paces. Is that somewhere? Oh shit! I stopped paying attention for a moment, and then I was trying to activate this thingy that I do not know how to activate, to be honest. Time is a wibbly wobbly timey wimey ball of stuff. Yes. Yes, it is. Okay, so clearly I have a lot of work to do on this build. Holy shit, I have a lot of work to do on this build. Don't get me wrong, the Iconians are supposed to be kind of deadly, but that's excessive. Casually try to pay those as I could, so not a problem. I don't mind doing upgrades and everything. It's just a case of just getting used to this is a brand new ship basically. I have to get used to it and its differences.
Enterprise can hold the line. Help get those ships back into the fight.
Magnetic fields are failing. All hands abandon ship.
No! I like how you just see all these ships around. Alright, there we go. feel like I'm missing a lot of shit.
Some kind of massive infrastructure. Requesting immediate assistance.
Again, I'm also the full flyer on the science vessel because I have the look of it while getting blasted to bits. Fair enough, I understand. Which science vessel were or are you using? If you're not sure about the class name, you can just give me if you know if it's like Voyager, you can tell me that too, and I'll know what you're talking about. I'm gonna have to do soon to figure out how to do all my phasers the way I want them. Huh. Now I'm not taking much damage, and I don't like that.
We need someone on damage control, or we may lose them before the ships in dock can mobilize.
Akagi here. We've restored main power. Thanks for keeping the gantries intact. Bringing the Fight 99th Attack Wing into battle now.
This is ESD control. We're losing life support and transporters are offline.
Earth space dock has lost main power. We're evacuating the room.
It wasn't an Intrepid, I think it was a Luna class or something. Was it the Titan? Was it supposed to be the USS Titan?
Chimera, all non-essential personnel are away.
Damn it. There we go. It wasn't a Titan, something's awfully similar. Okay, then it sounds like, yeah, it sounds like you were trying to, you're using the Titan. Which, hey, fair enough. The Titan does look pretty cool. My personal favorite is a Sovereign class, which is the one I'm using now. Some more here. What I also really need to do is get a lot more specialization points, because that's part of why my other ship does so well, because I've had him for so long, he's so specialized. Oh. Okay, I gotta protect the Alliance flank. Kinda wasted that recovery though, damn it. Yeah, as I was saying, my favorite ship design is the Sovereign here. To get a chance. God, I forgot I have these to call in for support. Where's my support? They come in to just die? Yeah. Fuck. Kill a fucking solar gateway, god damn it. Oh, like, look at it. Yeah, no, I understand. Hey. Isaiah, I have a small collection.
I told you I'd be back. And
Oh,
this
that's
time,
fine.
I brought friends.
Yeah. This is how...
Brought together forces from every quadrant of the galaxy. The Iconians have done the possible. They've united us.
I hope you're happy.
The Herald ships are recruiting. We should use this respite to our advantage. Form up at the KIS Anorax. We must protect it long enough for it to activate a time portal. Once the portal is stabilized, we can use it to go back to Iconia's past and hopefully undo this war before it starts.
Well, I mean, perfect day to wear this. I wasn't planning on streaming or anything. Yeah, perfect day. Voyager's my favorite too. It's my favorite series, even though I know it has plenty of flaws. And I'll eventually have to move some stuff around. You can't see it right now, but I have, pardon me. I have a Voyager poster here, a next gen one over here, and a cross section cutout of the original movie Enterprise right over there. So yeah, that's what flaws. Never heard of that before. I know, it's unthinkable, isn't it? Um, but yeah, no, there's. Oh, that's what I should have added to my thing, but oh well, too late. But yeah, no. Voyager has many flaws, which is unfortunate. I was actually just watching a couple retrospective ones right on YouTube before I started the stream. If you haven't before, you in your case, since you already like it's kind of just you get to hear more good things about it. If you haven't already, look on YouTube for Renegade Cut. He has a video titled Star Trek Voyager is good, actually. You may enjoy that. There's also a series, a retrospective series going on by a different channel. He uses his name Rowan. Is it Rowan J something? Stand by. Oh, the one time I want you to be on my homepage, you're not. Bastard. That's not the one I wanted. Although there's another fun channel if you haven't seen it yet called Junk Ball. Scroll. There he is. Rowan J. Coleman. I was right. He's doing a big retrospective series where he's gone through. He's on part 15, I believe, and he still has 3 more to go. Yes, he just hits part 15, which this was the show Star Trek Enterprise, and again he's literally going show by show by show. So original series was part 1, motion picture was part 2, Wrath of Khan part 3, so on and so forth. He's done all the movies up to Nemesis. Again, he just did Enterprise, and he only has 3 more left for right now, which are the 3 reboot movies. And after that, he'll be moving on to some other series. He hasn't said which one he's going to do next. But they're really interesting to watch. The show ones run for a good hour and a half to 2 hours. So even as he put it at one point, bring the popcorn. It's a good way to just waste it to have on in the background, or if you have the time to actually to dedicate and watch it, it's something worth watching as well. It's actually a bit to nothing, but it would have been cool. It would have been cool if this had been a YouTube original project. It would have been sucky. Well, it would have been both cool and sucky. On the one hand, it's cool because it would have been cool because he would have had a lot of money to work with at that point. But it would have sucked because then you have to have premium for it. So definitely ups and downs on that part. But anyway, back to the game, which is of course why people are here. Alrighty. So.
Our situation.
I am arriving with the time ship. We must protect it until the portal is stable.
Alrighty. Come on, kill the probe, kill the probe. Good.
Keep the Iconiums off of us. Temporal coordinates have been identified.
I don't even know where you are. Oh, there you are. Glad we're not doing a damn thing to this.
We're halfway there, creating a bridge across space-time.
Hull integrity below 75%.
There we go. I wasn't firing before, but now it's actually firing properly.
Just a little bit longer, stabilizing the temporal portal so a ship can travel through it.
Go, clear enough away. These recommendations, actually going through all the series as well. I'm just gonna go here now and I'll play Walker Price. That's, yeah, no, that sounds pretty good. If nothing else, you can do it before or after if you want to watch his retrospectives. What he also does is he highlights certain episodes from different seasons. And he tries to avoid some of the obvious ones.
Energizing temporal emitters. The time portal is open and stable.
Go! Get through that portal!
Setting a course now.
Oh no!
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
And in we go!
More gateways! An Iconium flagship is moving in!
This is the moment of your extinction.
Not today. Everyone, form up and cover our six.
Theirs not to make reply.
Theirs not to reason
why.
Theirs but to do
and die. Into the valley of death. Rode the 600.
I forgot that part. Too bad we can't see it. I blame the engine. But like I said, yeah, this is still a pretty cool story that it has.
We have traveled back approximately 200,000 years. Only our two ships made it through.
There are no signs of Captain Cogran or his ship. We will have to continue the mission without him.
Do I think they'll ever throw the game on a new engine? No. Unfortunately, which is really sad. The other problem that this thing has, though, I mean, the engine doesn't help, but the biggest problem at this point is just that there's so much repeatable content, or there's not enough unique content anymore. For a game that's been out for approaching 12 years, makes sense. In the way I think it's almost like WoW at this point, where people who play or people who enjoy the game. That's not very common for them to do that, but yeah, there's a problem that's not common because it's really hard for them to do it. If the team behind this was maybe 100-person strong, they could easily do it. But I don't know how big the team is. But I don't think it's more than 30-40 people. And the sad part is it's the biggest team at Cryptic, last I knew. That being said, with the recent acquisition of Perfect World and Cryptic by the Evato group, something like that, the same big conglomerate that now owns the Gearbox. So essentially, Cryptic is now essentially a Gearbox studio. There's a chance they might get their funding to do it. I doubt it, but there's a chance. It'll definitely be very interesting to see what comes out of it, if anything. Alrighty, now we're just gonna kind of run through this part of the story here.
Perfect. This will give us a moment to get our bearings and figure out how best to prevent the Iconians from escaping their doom.
Now we get to learn about these people. We get to learn about these people.
Greetings of the whole to you, strangers, and welcome to Iconia. My name is Matararen, and I am a herald of Matara. Before I can allow you to pass, I must scan you to ensure that your technology is of a sufficient level for you to be allowed access to our city. This will only take a moment.
By all means.
Your technology is sufficient, but your chronoton particles are substantially out of phase. Please follow me. You must speak to my mistress.
One second here. I'm putting some more water in my cup. Lead the way.
Remember why we are here. Every Iconian must die in the bombardment, and their technology cannot be taken. If even one Iconian escapes, this could all be for nothing.
Don't worry, I'll remember.
I recommend we begin by infiltrating their government building. We need access to their data and the gateway controls.
It is nice that they got a lot of like the crew back. As unfortunate as it is, it's also kind of cool to see the voice of Leonard Nimoy is still around for a lot of I think except for the Klingon and probably Romulan and the Discovery Federation ones, Spock's the one that you hear to give that congratulates you for leveling up. As we said, Dilly probably doing Sela and even Tasha Yar when she's briefly in for the one mission. Basically the entire crew of Voyager or the cast of Voyager is back doing their characters. The only one that really bothers me is B'Elanna, that they couldn't get B'Elanna back. When they try to recreate the scene from Deadlock, it's so bad. Like if they could have just used it, they could have just used even just the voice clip of B'Elanna from that. That would have been so much better. But anyway, again, still, it's most of the cast of Voyager, most of the cast of DS9. It's an interesting question. I think part of the problem might simply be that they didn't have a role for her to play. Or they probably were just limited by budget. Cryptic is technically a small studio. They might have a lot of money coming from CBS, but they still have to pay the actors themselves. It's a miracle we got who we did. And then I'm trying to think. Like I said, we got basically the cast of DS9, which is both that's what I'm looking for. It's bittersweet because it was not too long before Odo and Nog passed away. But it's cool to have their voices in, so they still get to live on in that way. Trying to think who else is in here that's passed at this point. I think they're the main ones that are preserved like that, so to speak. I guess in a way, boy, he already passed, but they were just using archive footage. Think. I'm forgetting. I might be wrong on that part. Don't quote me on that. But at least his character shows up a couple times. There's a couple TOS past missions with the Vidians on Drazana Station. Alrighty.
You've seen the ruins of a once mighty empire. This is Iconia at the height of its power.
I apologize for the interruption, Honored One. These travelers have just arrived at our city. Their chronoton particles are out of phase, and per your instructions, I have brought them to you.
Thank you, Mataran. You may return to your station. Greetings, friends, and welcome to Iconia. It is highly unusual to receive visitors with such unusual chronoton signatures, and yet we have had 2 in less than a cycle. Do you know a being named Cogran?
Yes, we were separated from Cogran on our journey here.
Wonderful. He will be quite pleased to reunite with you. You should be able to find him in the residential district. I imagine you passed through the same chronoton-charged nebula he did. That would account for the anomalous readings.
Yes, we did pass through that nebula. Is there anything else we need to know?
Since you are explorers like Cogran, I suggest you speak to Lemiran. She is the keeper of our world heart, a repository of all knowledge and a genetic record of the worlds we have visited. The astrometrics data in the world heart could prove quite useful to you. Do you have any questions?
That's all for now.
Greetings, travelers. Are you explorers, or do you come seeking our wisdom and guidance? Either way, I apologize. I am rather occupied at the moment. Please, return later. I should have time to speak to you then.
I don't like how that is. It's a case of just I apologize and I'm later, and then when you come back is, alright, would it have been guidance or exploring? It just feels so awkwardly
The
worded.
changes we see in the Iconians are too great to be simple evolution. The Iconians shape themselves and the Heralds into weapons. Genetic engineering that is both efficient and terrible.
You made it. Something must have gone wrong as we entered the portal that disrupted synchronization. I arrived 2 weeks ago. I remained cloaked, scanned the planet for several days, and then came to the surface as an explorer, seeking to open diplomatic relations with the Iconians. My ship is using the magnetic fields above the poles to help conceal its presence.
And what have you found?
The Iconians of this time are nothing like the ones we know. They are flesh, and appear to be friendly and peaceful, if a bit arrogant with those they see as lesser. Come. They will allow us to move through the city freely. You should see this for yourself.
Cogran is either a fool, or he's being manipulated by the Iconians. Either way, he might jeopardize the mission. We'll need to watch him closely.
You're both a problem. My own choices. It's funny, and all probably
Someone's
apt.
calling for help.
An injured herald. This could be a chance to learn about their physiology. Perhaps even find a weakness.
You have to wait for Celia to finish speaking. That's kind of annoying.
Hello. Can you help us? My herald is injured, and I cannot leave him. I need someone to bring us some healing supplies.
I will assist you.
Thank you. There should be a healer nearby.
I will find them.
Do you require assistance, visitor?
Are you a healer? We are in need of medical assistance.
Certainly. However, I do not detect any injuries or maladies in your physical form. What do you require?
It's not for me. One of the heralds is injured.
Oh, of course.
We'll see who the lesser race is.
I have spent days among these people. They are very proud and very strong.
Thank you, traveler. I appreciate your assistance.
Well,
The Iconians' affection for their pets is a weakness. We can exploit that.
I am not so sure. After all, we've seen how the Iconians will transform their pets. The Heralds are merciless killing machines. They have killed multitudes during this war.
Deaths that we will avenge here. No more waiting. We need to finish our mission.
indeed.
I don't understand why you're bothering to help these people. We need to find the gateway controls, sabotage them, and be done with it. This could all be over if you'd let it.
It's not the right time. We have to make sure that nobody escapes. I like this one. It's my job to help people in need. So circumstances are irrelevant. That's why I said earlier, this is one of the most Star Trek feeling missions in the entire game.
Clearly, the Iconians have a highly developed sense of.
That's fine, but what we need is to know more about their technology. And we're going to.
When you have technology as advanced as the Iconians, wonders can be found anywhere you look. We should talk to that officer over there.
I see you are interested in this device. We are testing a new method of encryption. So far, it has proven to be most effective. To access the console, you must solve a series of problems that we believe only an Iconian could answer. Unfortunately, I fear the console is stuck in a testing phase, which is why I am protecting it. It may be a waste of time. You appear intelligent enough, but I doubt you or any of our other visitors could solve even the easiest of problems in the algorithm.
There's the arrogance for you. Then let me watch the console for you. Lumirin says she needs to see you right away.
I am not supposed to leave this area unwatched, but all of my heralds are performing.
I want to know how we know her name. Decode encryption algorithm 1. Oh, God. Hey. Hey. Ecobar. Ecobar had made no secret that they covet our gateway technology. Fortunately, they are a warlike species. Soon after they developed rudimentary warp drive technology, they used it to attack and enslave several inhabited worlds. The Icobar have also made several attempts to overtly access our consoles and steal our tech. Although officially we are not at war, we should be extremely cautious with the Icobar. Access to the gateway is strictly off limits for the Icobar, and a herald will be assigned to monitor all movements in areas near gateway access points. This is useful data. Dynasons have made repeated requests for medical tech. Our analysis of their biomedical ethics, however, indicate that at their primitive level of development, they have an 84.6% chance of doing themselves harm with genetic engineering, and a 74.2% chance of using it for biological warfare. Although their dealing with us have been honorable, a plague on their world has increased their demands for our gene manipulators. Our recommendation is to continue to supply the dimension with medical supplies and antigens, but to withhold other medical tech.
It is just as I surmised. The Iconians are following their own version of the Prime Directive. They are attempting to protect lesser developed species from acquiring technology that they may not use wisely or well.
The evidence does point in that direction.
Not so fast. We've only heard one side of the story. I'd like to know what some of the other visitors here think about the oh-so-noble Iconians.
Agreed. Let's find out.
We haven't made much headway trying to reverse engineer the gateways.
Oh, I have.
Nothing yet, despite all.
Da-da-da.
We will gladly give you the medicines you require, but our genetic engineering technology is off limits.
The medicine will help with this plague, but what about the next one?
I am sorry, but we have extremely stringent rules about who can use our technology.
There are many species who are not yet ready to use our gifts safely and wisely. One moment, Volkar. Yes.
Saying we can't
May I
be done with
help
this,
you?
but then also say, I want to find out more. Yes, tell me more. Well, that really matters, but let's go with this one.
Yes, I will take your opinion under advisement, but ultimately, this is an Iconian matter. You are simply another visitor on our world.
I can tell this is the default response, but I don't understand why it's so hostile, especially if you choose an option that says that, especially when you see the option that says we have a similar policy and I understand what you're doing. I mean, to be hostile is like, oh yeah, no, see, and yeah, it's still an Iconian matter. Fine. You don't need to be so hostile about it.
If I were the Iconians, I too would think twice about giving people like these advanced technology.
Maybe if they shared their gifts, they wouldn't have been preparing for the arrival of enemy armada.
This doesn't prove anything. So the Iconians had their reasons for withholding technology. I don't care, and neither do their enemies. We know the bombardment is imminent. This world will be obliterated, no matter how much you sympathize with the Iconians. And don't forget what we're here to do. There can be no survivors.
You don't see any echoes of yourself in these people, Sela? Ah, boo, how We are detecting an armada of ships on long-range sensors, multiple configurations. Avoid detection at all costs.
Tell your ships to drop into orbit above the polar region. My ship is cloaked there.
Dun 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 dun.
Excuse me, but I require assistance. We have lost contact with several of our colony worlds. I am attempting to increase the range of this communications console to re-establish the connection. But I need another set of hands to adjust the frequency while I attempt to dial in the proper network levels.
Sure. $14.
Curious. Our communications should be reaching the colonies, but I am not receiving any response to my messages. So I do not know. If the colony worlds have fallen, then
Even the mightiest can fall to the multitude.
We already know the evacuation did not save them.
But the gateway on New Romulus remained active for a time.
Then we must cut off that path, now, before anyone escapes.
Dun 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 dun.
Welcome, traveler. I apologize for my earlier absence. Do you have questions about...
Oh, let's go. Just skip up to the next piece here.
The attack is beginning. I thought we'd have more time. We must retrieve the world heart and escape. Will you help us?
The attack is beginning. We must decide how to proceed. I have spoken to these people, walked their streets, shared their meals. Regardless of what we know they will do in the future, the Iconians of this time are not evil. They are peaceful. And they are guilty of no crimes, worse than standing up for their ideals. The very same ideals, I might point out, as the Federation's prime directive.
You're saying we should help them, even knowing what they will do.
You have walked the same streets as I, spoken to the same people. Can you allow them to die for crimes they have not yet committed? For my part, I find no honor in cold-blooded murder.
I see your point. What do you think, Sela? Of course, she's going to be a warhawk.
It doesn't matter what these people are now. We know what they will become, what they will do. The Iconians, and that changes nothing. We know what will
Do we have the right to execute the Iconians for crimes they haven't yet committed? Is it even possible to kill them? Won't that create some kind of paradox?
Save ourselves. It's a bit late for second thoughts. Our mission is clear. We don't have a choice. We're here.
Yep.
The World Heart contains all of our knowledge and all our genetic data. With it, we can rebuild. We have a refuge built for those who serve us. We shall go there.
We should be able to access the gateway network from here. We could disable all of the gateways at...
We offered Lemirin our aid. There is no honor in striking down an ally from the Hive.
The honorable thing would be to complete our mission and save our galaxy. Or do you not care about what happens to Kronos?
We need to transfer the World Heart to a transportable format. I'll need your help to initiate the download from that console. The download is proceeding, but it will not complete before the invaders find us.
This is a it's a temporal pistol from the temporal reputation. That thing. Is it over here? There's two thingies. This thingy.
More invaders. They must not take the World Heart.
Owie. Going right through my shield and I don't know how.
We need to erase the mainframe memory banks. I will require your assistance.
This one. Come on. Wait, it's... Pardon me. You get them randomly for doing the reputation drops here. And this is from, yeah, the temporal defense one. So every time that you fill up the thing, you get a little reward from it. And especially when you're just starting out, it's always a ground weapon. And that's where this came from. It's not even, my name isn't even that upgraded. It's this one right here. It's not the best of things, but it's not terrible.
More aliens are coming. Protect me.
Yeah, over here looks kind of nice. I try to use it because it should be a bit more effective against the Iconians, which is who I was fighting until now. Actually, on that note, let me actually flip over to my other one because that should be a bit more powerful now. And back to the regular old phaser.
Memory erased. The last step is to eject the World Heart.
Grab these items. Why are you? Yeah.
I fear that was just the beginning of the violence. My people are few, and most of our holds are elsewhere. Defeating a significant force would be costly to both sides. I know you are not one of the whole, and I have no right to ask blessings of the whole upon you.
Let's go.
I recommend we locate Tiket. Tiket is a fearsome warrior, and has kept our people safe for countless millennia. Until
Rescuing Iconians is not what we're here to do.
Perhaps it is. When we came back in time, we did not know what we would find.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you. I will defend Iconia until my final breath.
There's no honor in throwing your life away.
Honor? Why should I care about honor when Iconian blood is being spilled on sacred ground? What honor have our enemies shown?
She who has lost her honor can lose nothing more.
I appreciate your efforts, stranger, but I cannot come with you.
They're dying. They need you.
My people are weak.
People are stronger than you give them credit for.
I appreciate your words.
There we go.
She would let her people die so she could avenge them.
Vengeance is a powerful.
This is the way. Yeah. Okay.
we will never forget this tragic day.
Aw, that was useless. The funny part about this game is that sometimes using your ground weapons is almost like using the right Pokemon types.
Thank you. You have...
Gotta choose the right weapon for the right encounter. Woo!
These are not a warlike.
Not yet. That will change.
Bloodshed affects everyone differently. My people became warriors when an alien species threatened our home.
And the Iconians will become conquerors.
Oh, whoops, I passed him. Okay. Last group at... Oh, they're up here, okay. Are they... Did I miss them? Whoops.
Now I see your plan. We've won their confidence, gathered them together. Strike now, and we can eliminate them all.
I will not kill defenseless innocents. It's been disabled from. Go.
The gateway is damaged. You will need to reroute the power and reinitialize the gateway open sequence.
Yes, revive your colleagues.
Didn't the others save the Iconians? Where are they?
They may already be here.
Ow. Damn it, I just stepped into the fucking fire, didn't I? Help me, help me. Help me, help me. Oh, you stupid group of fucking AI. What are you firing at, Sela?
We're losing ground.
We can't hold them off.
That's it. Send them through.
No, this isn't our mission. You took everything from me!
The world heart.
There's no time. The gateway is closing.
Only 12 of us are left. That crystal contains our civilization.
Sheila, stop! We are better than this.
I will remember this, Romulan.
I want to know how they can tell that she's a Romulan.
In payment for your treachery.
But it's funny that that caused the explosion of the homeworld.
This has all played out this way before. I am the cause for Hovas. I know what you are going to say, but I did what I had to do for my people. I should have acted sooner. If I had, perhaps Romulus would have been restored.
Can't you see that your act caused the destruction of Romulus? We sent 12 Iconians to Dewa 3. We are the others.
That can't... Taket! What have I done?
Oh, we've been out for yourself. Now you see the result of your selfishness.
The Iconians have fled to Dewa 3, and the gateway's console has been destroyed, so no one can follow them. Our fate may not have changed from our actions here, but we have done what honor demanded. We are not murderers. Whatever our future may hold, we will face it with our eyes open and our heads held high. We must return to our own time and see what effect our actions had.
This isn't going to be easy to explain. You return.
We're initiating a tachyon burst to reopen the portal that brought us here. That should bring us back to the exact moment we left the present time.
The heralds are firing on the portal!
The portal is destabilizing. Hurry!
Captain Cochran to Alliance Fleet. Stand down. I repeat, stand down. You have the world heart and the means to end this. Signal the Iconians, show them we have it, and that we are the ones who save them. This is our last chance to end this war.
Do you wish to surrender? A wise decision.
No, Lemiran, we have just returned from the past. Your past. We have the world heart to prove it.
How did you acquire that?
Saved it. We were there when Iconia was lost.
That is not possible. But yet, I see the world heart in your hands. It is time to end this. Your leaders, our unity. Now.
Wait!
If what you say is true, then that core contains all of the lost knowledge of our people. So much that we thought was lost forever. Will you return all the remains of our civilization to us?
This conflict must end, and it must be healed.
I have never had a chance to examine you closely, but now that you stand before me, I remember. You helped us, although it gained you nothing. You are the other.
This war should have never happened.
Hate blinded us. Fear of the unknown crippled us. Pain called out for blood in ever greater measures. The events of that day set us on this path. It grieves me to see where it has led. After we escaped to Th3, protecting ourselves became our sole purpose. We transformed ourselves, our whole, even our heralds, to prevent another tragedy. And we vowed never to trust again.
Trusted me once.
I did, and it saved us. But we believed the other lost to us. And you were lost to time. And we preserved the whole by any means necessary.
You say you wanted to protect yourselves. Doing so, you destroyed countless lives.
Indeed, we protected the whole against the lesser species who would destroy us if given a chance, who would steal what we would not give freely. And we did not mourn the deaths of those who
Starfleet's mission is to explore, not destroy. Like you, we were defending ourselves. What I say, I love how this ends. It is literally one of the most Star Trek endings I think you can probably get out of a war story arc.
I am humbled in the face of such integrity. I shall be forever grateful to you for showing us the error of our ways.
Enough blood has been spilt. Let us end this war.
Whatever these creatures did in the past is meaningless. They killed our sister. They broke our unity. And for that, I will destroy.
You've forgotten what we did for your people? For you?
Never forget what you have done, or what that creator, the receiver, did. There will never be enough blood to wash away my need for vengeance.
Celia was grieving the loss of her homeworld. A homeworld that you destroyed. You already exacted your revenge.
A single world. I can destroy 1,000,000 worlds, and it would not be enough. Your existence is an insult to the memory of our people. I will continue my fight, even if I must fight alone.
Please listen.
She will not listen. Tiket has always been very stubborn. In a few thousand years, perhaps, her attitudes will change. Until then, be wary. Tiket is a formidable opponent, and I will not take up arms against her, even in defense of the other. But with those of us who remain, you shall have peace. We ask only for our homeworld. Leave Iconia and our servants undisturbed, and we will trouble you no longer.
That sounds fair. But we'll have to ratify this treaty with the Alliance. Oh, cool, the Endeavor's reset.
I understand, but our terms are not negotiable. We need time to breathe and contemplate. Perhaps in a millennia or two, it will be different.
Yes, we'll take a whole millennia. Very well. Farewell. Thank you for striking this accord. Yes, we must be all nice and proper. And now the annoying busy work of just ending the mission, ending the story arc.
Your compassion has accomplished more in one act than we could have with all the phasers in the fleet. We have a lot to do to heal the wounds the war has left on us all. But we've survived the Borg and the Dominion. We can survive this.
I agree, Captain Kim.
There's a lot of work to be done now. We need to rebuild, recover, try to learn how to live in this new reality.
We have much to do, but first, we will celebrate. Let the blood wine flow now that the bloodletting has ceased. There is...
I thought this was it. The last day. And I was ready, but I'm glad my daughter didn't have to die in defense of the Federation. That I get to go home after this. We all do. Thank you.
I don't know.
Tom looks kind of rough. A little bit, yeah.
Protecting our future. But instead, all this... It happened because of a mistake I made hundreds of thousands of years ago. I've made a lot of difficult choices in my life. And I didn't always consider the consequences of my actions.
Zara won't help the multitude who died because of you. And we're done. But yeah, no, like I said, I agree. He does look a bit rough, especially just the way the model is lit right now. Worse. All right. Done. That story arc.
The war is over. Although we could not turn back the clock and restore the lives that were lost and the planets that were ravaged, we have ended the conflict honorably. You made the right choice. And that is not always an easy one to make. I would be honored to fight by your side again. Before that day comes, however, we must rebuild. There is already talk of new exploration missions. Perhaps we will find our next challenge among the unexplored stars.
All right, now the fun part. Carrying items. This actually might be a better one. Better shield. Actually, no. One I have now is slightly better because it gives me stacks, maximum shield capacity, so it actually increases my shield strength. The very next time on Dragon Ball Z, ending of his speech. Yes, and if I recall correctly, part of the reason for it is at the time that this came out, there were a lot of complaints from the community, myself included, that there wasn't enough Star Trek happening. It was too much fighting and war. So they're like, okay, we're gonna do some exploration based stuff instead coming up, and that's what we get in the next series, the next story arc. Take that. Yep. Slight turn. That slightly increases my shield power. If I direct energy attacks, you have a 20% chance to gain plus 3.5% turn rate. Ooh. This could actually be a better engine. Could be. Now I get to have fun deciding if I'm going to actually. That's what I'm looking for. I'm gonna have to redo the mission too because I want to get this nanite repair matrix, especially right now because it gives me the space trait and I have plenty of room open for them. As I knew. Yep. All of these starship traits that are open to me. I'll have to go through it twice if I want to get that because right now the repair matrix is actually a bit more important.
Congratulations, Admiral.
Hey.
We've detected an anomaly in the Azure Nebula.
Yes, I'll talk to you later. I have to actually unwrap it for. Oh, yep, that's what I gotta do. There we go. Three. Oh, don't be what I think you are, son of a tits. These traits, aren't you? Damn it. replace something with this, and I don't know what to replace. I might just replace accurate. Yeah, bit of accurate for this. There we go. Can trigger only once every 90 seconds. But that's still helpful. That could be all I need to turn the tide of a battle. Alrighty. I do need to come over missions with this to see how it fares in battle again, because the very first one I wasn't paying attention and I just exploded. But after I took some time and I was paying more attention, I didn't explode as quickly. But the battle also got a bit less intense, so we'll need to see how we look against the new enemy. This same build. So I feel I'm feeling I could do at least one more mission. So what I'm gonna do, I am going to go to the bathroom real quick. So I'm gonna take a little break. We'll be back in a few moments. Thanks for sticking with me, and we will return in just a few. Alrighty, and welcome back. Thank you for sticking with me. So we're gonna try and do at least one more mission here. Then after that, we'll see how I feel and if I'm gonna either do another mission in the new story arc or, pardon me, or if we're gonna move on to the next my other character because I have 3 characters to test the builds on. At which point we'll be doing the same mission again. Which is why I probably will just call it quits or do the next one before going on to that. Just because it's going to be kind of... I've done this mission a few too many times just because it has some decent rewards on it. It has a really nice impulse engine, and it has a really nice... And the next one actually has a really nice torpedo that I used to use. I don't use it now because it doesn't fit anymore, but it was still a really nice torpedo that I still would... When I get the rewards, I'll probably get that torpedo again. When it does its little thing, it actually will drop shields for a little while, and it's beautiful. So beautiful! But it doesn't fit my current build. Which is really sad. I used to use it a lot before I found out there were some energy type torpedoes, which is what I'm using now because I can boost by boosting my phaser weapons, or what am I using? By boosting my phaser weapons, I'm also boosting the phaser torpedo, basically. With this one, and my other one is an antimatter build, so that boosts all my antimatter stuff, boosts the antimatter torpedo. But anyway, let's go ahead and start this next mission, which is actually a little bit light on combat. There's a lot of busy work in this one, it feels like. Oh, or we could go back and do Temporal Ambassador. Now we're gonna go straight to Future Proof.
With the war over, it's time for us to rebuild, to take stock of our situation, and to return to our roots as explorers. We've recently noticed that a star in an unexplored system near Ferenginar has become unstable. There's nothing to indicate any change to its stellar life cycle, so this is a perfect opportunity for us to chart the system, investigate the star, and improve our understanding of what's happening. I want you to head up this investigation. Find out why this star is suddenly dying, and make sure it isn't going to be a threat to any nearby worlds or systems.
Alright. Good to go to DS9. And away we don't go, because that's right, DS9 of all the things does not actually have a thing. But I can transfer debate to Bejor, so that works. A blister on the inside of my mouth and it hurts. One of the worst spots too, where it comes into contact with my teeth quite a bit. Ow. Don't. Look up the auto nav. You bitch. Even from my hero, do I have to actually go approach? I have to approach Deep Space Nine. Okay. Thought I could do it from the sector map. Apparently not. Oh, look, an advanced discovery. 2 advanced discoveries.
Thank you for the pickup. I'm Tenora Zuval. Let's get started. My preliminary observations show some kind of unknown stellar problem. This unexplored system near Ferenginar is undergoing solar death.
Interesting. Let's go explore. Into the wormhole. Go to the unexplored system. Auto-nav properly this time? Yes, yes you will. Thank you for auto-naving properly this time, you bitch. Oh, I can't get my subscreen drive for another 30 seconds. Do we need to... some quick inventory management? That'll be useful. Consoles. So this is another torpedo I really like. It's the wide angle one, so this will hit for 120-degree arc, which is really nice. Okay, science kits. Add guns. Or actually, now's the best time to do that because I can do that. Lowest level is a commander one, right? Or lieutenant one. Yeah. And this mission in just a moment. Let me just get Sucketh train something. Give me some bonus damage and some bonus accuracy. And target dies while active, then it reduces the charge time. So perfect. That's probably up here. I remember that I have this. I feel like I'm missing a lot of other powers now. Bear with me here, as I just need to go through, double check that I'm not missing powers. I swear I am. That's there. Power to shield. That's right there. Table warp bubble there, which are, that's fine. Target subsystems is right there. Engineering right there. Engineering team is right there. All I have to move is over here now. Put all the teams together. Thought I had. Oh. Really? I thought I had a science team. I do. Okay. That doesn't do me any good. Those two are together. That is there. That got those. That's auto casting. Bottom left corner. Row 3. Row 2. Got that. I got that. Got that. felt like I was missing things, but apparently I'm not. Ooh, pardon me again. And here we are for sunrise. Moving closer and get some reading of the star.
Getting swamped with solar radiation. Try reducing the gain on your sensors. Initial results don't make any sense. The star's core reactions are failing, but it still has so much mass that it should be conducting fusion. It's as if it suddenly decided that it was no longer going to do hydrogen fusion, just heavier fusion processes.
Let's collect some stellar particles and see if we can find any clues with a more detailed analysis.
Matter is ejected during corona events. We should be able to collect some with your ship's ram scopes if we head to one of the ejection zones.
Alrighty. Oh, whoops, helps if I'm actually moving. I forgot I had to do this stupid minigame.
Results are coming in now. This still isn't making any sense. If this is system-wide, we should find evidence of similar problems, with nuclear and chemical reactions in the system's gaseous bodies.
Let's go.
This is very strange. Usually nebulae are massive clouds between star systems. Finding a micronebula in system like this is quite rare. This may be the result of an event such as a cosmic string, shearing through a gas giant and turning it back into particulate matter. I'll need some more readings to know for certain.
Tell me where.
All the particulate matter will make your ship's sensors unreliable beyond a few kilometers, and shields will be offline. The best we'll be able to do is to check small areas until we...
Okay. Figure where else to go.
Ship is under attack.
Uh-oh. The fuck did I just do? I saw my, like, an echo of my ship just go, and I don't know what the fuck just happened. None of my abilities do that.
Data is coming in now. Nothing unusual coming in from the nebula, but those Tholian ships were quite far from home. Unfortunately, they can't give us answers.
A large asteroid ring around the gas giant. Oh, let's get through all these. Oh, whoops. There's nickel, some titanium, uranium, silicon. This asteroid's been excavated. How could that be? We wonder. Several moons, some of them are habitable. Com traffic! Conduct some scans.
Greetings, unknown vessel. This is Administrator Kumarke. Please provide identification.
Welp.
Welcome to Lukari. Visitors here are rare, but we're always gratified by the chance to meet and exchange information with travelers. I regret that you have arrived at a difficult time. You may have noticed that our home star has become unstable. I'm leading a project to try to reignite the star. Unfortunately, we've already suffered severe disruptions, and we have a lot of problems to tackle right now.
Notice the problems. We came to investigate why it's happening.
These problems started only recently, just a few days ago. Our astronomers noted a significant shift in the star's output, and now it looks like it's guttering and dying. If we can't solve this problem, it's the end of our species. We have a solar probe ready that contains...
Let's adjust the trajectory of this thing. Okay. Great.
We're getting your telemetry now. I'll have my engineers prepare the probe. Let's see if this works. Nothing to worry about, just the future of my planet.
We'll hold position for you to launch the probe.
The probe's made it out of orbit. Engaging secondary boosters to head out of planetary range. It's gone to warp. The probe is arriving at the solar corona. Deploying chromodynamic booster. No effect. It didn't work. Repeat. It didn't work. That was our one shot. Thank you.
An unknown vessel. Not sure where.
My name is Caldano. Looks like I've arrived at the perfect time. I'm here to help with the problem with this star. I'm a scientist, and I have some specialized knowledge that can help.
Since we don't have any time to waste, I'll accept your offer of assistance.
With apologies for the interruption, this is my home star. My people are the ones at risk here. If you have some way to reverse this process, my people should be involved.
Agreed.
All right, I'm willing to do so, but it will take me a little while to get a shuttle out there. As you might imagine, things are a little hectic over here right now.
Don't worry, we won't need a shuttle.
You won't be able to get a lock on my ship interior due to the subspace manifolds. I'll go ahead and bring you aboard.
Ready for transport. And the new instance gets to load, and we get to sit here and stare. There it goes.
Welcome aboard. I'm Caldano.
You
I've had a
moved
cam
me
for a
here without
while.
crossing the intervening space. You have quantum teleportation technology.
Yeah, I've had a cam for since October. Couple months now. Yeah, I know. I know. A little bit. Just a little bit. I am tired though. I'm after this mission I'm done. Been going now for a little over 3 hours, so that'd be nice. I forget if we get to test the build as well mission as I wanted to.
This is all.
Oh, then we're gonna run through and
What can I do
just.
to help? My home is at risk. I want to do something. To be involved in.
There's a lot of busy work, which is kind of nice in some ways. Although if I'm falling asleep, it's not as nice.
Welcome to my... Correct. No, I'm trying... I'll regulate the device's main power state from this console.
Good sleep is debatable, but I don't have to work in the morning, so that helps. That's part of why I'm up so late. It's already what 3:30 in the morning here. Skip. I also hope you have a good night yourself. And skip.
Sounds like whoever tried to destabilize the Lucari stars decided to come knocking. Let's see who... They're packing a real wallop. Shields just went down. We have incoming.
Well, that was
All
quick.
those things.
Say hello to the Tholians.
Tholians, keep them away. I need to finish these computations.
Ah.
I have the device shielded in a force field, but I can't deploy it until these Tholians are out of the way. Shields are back up. They shouldn't be able to get any more boarding parties over.
Yay. I hate dealing with Tholians, although they're not the worst enemy type. Alright, everybody in the shield generator area, or health regen area. There we go.
We've got a breather. Now I just have to charge the device and...
Alrighty. Up with the ship. Get to test it a little bit against these Tholians.
The device is charging. We should be just a few minutes away from repairing the star now.
Give us the talks, mutant.
Just... Now the Tholians want my quantum phase inhibitor.
You will surrender. The talks, mutant, or you will be destroyed.
Obviously, we can't let them have it. We just need a little more time and we can rejuvenate the star.
This isn't super effective, but it's also not ineffective, so progress, I suppose. Actually curious to see how my Discovery character holds up, because my Discovery character is using the Disco Prize, which is a fleet deck or a carrier. So it also has some pets that I can use later on down the road. No, 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 no! Fuck! Just keep firing, just keep firing. Nope. I'm just going full speed, that's not a great thing to do. Not again. I've only destroyed 20 Tholian ships? Or is it not more?
Capacitors full. Firing in 3 seconds. Activating the rejuvenator.
And more or less, I think this is the story.
It's working. Look at the star. Check the spectral readings. The fusion process is reigniting, and it's returning to normal.
Some of
Yay.
their ships have just arrived at our home system. They're attacking our homeworld. We don't have any way to repel starships like this. Please help us.
Yep, yep.
Please, you have to stop them. We don't have any warships or space weapons.
Just leave it to me.
The Tholians have managed to get my ship in a web. I need your help. They've stolen my quantum phase inhibitor.
Huh?
Thanks for the save, but the Tholians managed to steal the Tox Utot while they had my ship webbed. I have some thoughts on that, but I will need to do some...
Caldano is correct. You have preserved our future.
Yep, we'll
I wish I
contact
could
you
ask
later.
I think our friend the administrator...
I have collected an amazing amount of information about what happened to this star. Thank you for bringing me along. Once we're back in Allied space, I'll take a shuttle home.
Alrighty. Well, let's get the hell out of here. Achoo! was going to go and complete Sunrise for us. We didn't get as much of a test on the build as I wanted to, but I am definitely feeling tired. And Stormbound has a lot more stuff going on in it. Oh no, here's a torpedo. I love this torpedo. This quantum phase torpedo is amazing. It, like I said, if you look at underneath the DPS. You know, two foes minus 924.7 to all shields in a 2-kilometer radius, and a high yield torpedo spread radius increases it to 4 kilometers. And that shit just can drop shields, and it's beautiful when it does. These phaser based. It's a phaser based weapon that I can actually potentially. It's amazing. You can actually use this set, I think, for the first time ever. Great. But that means I have to run through this mission a couple different times. It's annoying, but it does help a bit. Alrighty. Well, again, that's gonna be it for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Or rather, let me check one thing real quick here, and we might do a raid out. Let's take a look at a couple things. But I don't want the quality of your stream. I know that sounds probably silly. I want to make sure everyone's getting a nice experience. That first looks interesting. A nice little chat going. Cool. They've done their things for the day. Alrighty, we'll go ahead and bring you over here. So, you have a good night as well, MJT. If you'd like, feel free to hop in on the raid here. I don't think any of my subscribers are here, but feel free to use that raid message there. My subscribers have their own little raid emote, or their own little raid message as well. Which, after related to somebody who has, emotes, you get my little fancy raid emote there. But feel free to use this and come along with us. I can copy and paste. We can get this going. Alrighty, and we are going in just a moment here. Again, have a great rest of your night. As always, live long and prosper. I might stream today with it being New Year's Eve and I'm not working. We'll take a look and we'll see what happens. In the meantime, again, live long and prosper. Hope to see you in the raid.